Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NEPA TV show, and welcome to Game 2 between Serral and ShoWTimE. If you joined me for the last one, that was quite a heck of a game. 38 minutes, definitely a late game kind of game. So you know the deal. I'm going to go and introduce the players here in case you didn't see that game. We got Serral as the blue Zerg in the bottom left. And then we have ShoWTimE as the red Protoss in the top right. And I don't know what map this is called. I think this is called Aganthia or something like that. And we're going to go right into it. So we'll see what kind of game we have in store. Will we have another late game? Will we have more of an aggressive route? Will we have kind of in the middle? It's too early to tell because we are only a minute in the game. Got a hatch first from Serral going down. ShoWTimE's getting gas. He's going gate, then gas. It always astounds me how fast StarCraft is nowadays. Kind of crazy. You wouldn't expect a gas at this timing, but with the nice probe count you get at the beginning of the game, it is muy caliente. So I see a Nexus here from ShoWTimE, I believe, as well. There it is. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens in this game. We got 2 in gas for Serral, interestingly enough, so I think he's going to do the classic... No, he is doing 3, okay. Serral, I think, will do what a lot of Zergs have been doing for a long time. They will take off their drones on gas, so that they could get metabolic boost upgrade at the spawning pool. And once they get metabolic boost, they will pull the drones right back out. But Serral is not doing that, so thanks a lot, Serral. You made me look like a nice guy. So his natural expansion is up. He's getting some queens right now. And let's just take a look at the map here. Really cool design right here. Same one here, very symmetrical. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases on each side. So there's definitely potential for a macro game if these players choose to go that route. If not, I mean, that's cool too. Either way, we're gonna see a pretty cool show. Got a probe scouting. For ShoWTimE, he sees that Serral's grabbing his third base. And we do see Stargate again, which is pretty cool. Get some oracles. Knowing Serral, he'll probably have defenses already constructing once that starport gets finished, or whenever Serral has enough resources. I think he can build a spore. Serral's probably expecting starport, or what is it called, Stargate at this point. Seems like that is ShoWTimE's forte in PvZ. And I can't blame him, because, you know, Stargate is strong. You saw last game. You saw the Void Rays, you saw the Tempests, you saw the Carriers. It was all crazy. They were all pretty powerful stuff. Got a second gateway going down. Void Rays being, interestingly enough, Void Ray first, and then Oracle. I think this Void Ray is going to try to scout for some Overlords that are wanting to sack themselves. Fortunately, the Overlord is over here, not down here, but who knows? We might see some kind of harassment. Nope, he was just checking the outside like a smart player. Speaking of smart players, we have Serral fully saturated his natural and his main. Still has guys in gas, so I'm interested in what he's going to do. Probably going to go for a lair if I had to guess, when he has enough resources. And the creep spread's looking really nice for Serral as well. Oracle is out, and it is on the way. And ShoWTimE's getting a third base. I really like this technique. He's sending an Oracle to possibly harass, but the Spore Call is going down, as well as the 3 queens. Those 3 queens stop that Oracle. What I was saying is, while that Oracle's applying some, quote, pressure, ShoWTimE is building a third base. Ever hear the phrase, a good defense is a good offense? So, resonating glaives are being made. We may see a lot of adept play in the early game for some more harassment. ShoWTimE is really trying to be aggressive so he can secure an economic lead. Excuse me. Shield batteries going down. We saw how good those shield batteries were. Oracle's going to take another route and go on the other side. Since this side did not work, why not go to the other side? And we'll see what he does. I think he's going to, yeah, he's going to put down a stasis mine, which unfortunately does get destroyed, and ShoWTimE takes some structural hull damage, which is no bueno. But he did get some scouting information. He does see the lair, which was bound to happen at some point, but it's something, okay? Void Rays are taking care of those pesky lings. There is a dog here, and I can't see the dog anymore. That's, oh, wait, oh! Oh, no! Now let me see the dog. Oh, okay, well, I'm sure we'll see that dog at some point, dead or alive. Alright, Adept does get a couple kills here. Looks like some lings were trying to break through, and we see a massive Adept squadron. They are going in to do some mega ultra damage. So this is actually not just a cosmetic. This is an acceleration zone generator, which it looks like it speeds up units. That is going to be quite spicy for these Adepts, and they are going in, but they're going to be met with some roaches, and that phase is up again, or psionic transfer rather, but it's going to be canceled. Very nice defense from Serral. Looks like ShoWTimE's going to go up a different route. He sees the roaches, he's focus firing, and he's phasing in. He's got some Void Rays that'll take care of the roaches. This is not looking good for Serral at all. Oh no, and Queens are focus firing the Void Rays, but the Adepts are, just the amount is too much. This timing attack from ShoWTimE is very spicy. No upgrades at all, just pure brute force. But more roaches are coming to try to save the day. Queens are being transfused, and that queen is dead, but ShoWTimE is not really doing too much damage here, but he is keeping the Zerg on his toes. Void Rays are in danger, but they're pulling back, and roaches are pulling back. Very nice defense from Serral. Charge is being researched right now, so we're probably going to see some transition to some Zealots. We get some High Templar, so it could be that classic Zealot Archon High Templar Stargate kind of thing. Kind of route, and then we have Protoss level 1 weapons going down. And interestingly enough, Serral's going to go for Swarm Hosts, which is really interesting. I don't normally see Swarm Hosts, or at least haven't. Then again, I have been out of the game for quite a bit. Queens are doing some damage to the Oracle. Oracle does do a revelation on, I believe it was the main force. No, it's just this base, but if we see from his point of view, ShoWTimE's point of view, he does see the infestation pit. So that is actually some key information for ShoWTimE. It's either going to be infestors or it's going to be swarm hosts, and he does see, I believe he did see the swarm hosts, and it looks like Serral is now on the offensive. No creep. This is ballsy. ShoWTimE has some Archon, has an Archon and some Immortals, so he does have to cancel this base, but he is definitely not out of this yet. Serral bringing the Queens too, thanks to that acceleration field. That is really sick, by the way. Since Queens are so slow off creep, the acceleration field is going to help a little bit. It's very minute, but it could definitely make the difference for sure, especially when the two of them are kind of lined up. Roaches are moving in. Locusts are moving in. Swarm hosts are... They have to recharge at this point, but they're just chilling. Ravagers are doing work. ShoWTimE's gonna make something happen. He does have force fields. He's using one force field. That was quite effective. The Queens are getting focus fire, but I believe they're just sucking up damage because Roaches and Ravagers are still doing damage, but the splash damage from the Archons are doing really well for the Roaches and Ravagers, but the Void Rays are killing them, and unfortunately for Roaches and Ravagers, they do not shoot up. That is a very annoying situation for Serral. Also, ShoWTimE knows where the roaches are, but I don't think Serral cares at this point. He's going to do some kind of sandwich maneuver, but instead he's going to split up his forces. I really like this. Sending some roaches over here. Zealots are being warped in to stop it. And it looks like the sandwich has reversed, and ShoWTimE and the Oracle is even getting in on the action with his little laser beam right there. Zap! And Serral has to pull back. But while that attack was happening, Serral got his fourth base up. He's still technically right where he wants to be. Keeping the Protoss on his toes. This poor queen is probably going to die. But before she dies, she's going to transfuse the roaches. More queens are coming in. Void Rays are pulling back. Very intense game so far. Swarm hosts are repositioning to the left side of the map and trying to do some harass over here at ShoWTimE's third base. Bridges and Ravagers are going in, trying to do some corrosive bile attacks. He's keeping the Protoss on his toes, almost hits the Void Rays. Not really that close, but it was pretty close. Maybe. Roaches going in. Serral's doing the same thing, sending some roaches to do some harass and also get some scouting information. A mass recall from the Protoss with 2 Void Rays, Photon Cannon, and the Oracle still getting in on the action. He wants to fight. He doesn't care that he is just mainly for scouting and harassing. He wants to fight. Immortals are here. Archons are here. The Splash is doing quite a bit of damage, but it's simply not enough. Locusts are simply beefcakes, and they are killing everything. There is a stasis mine that I believe went off there. The Ravagers and Roaches are killing what's left of ShoWTimE. This could be actually GG for ShoWTimE. But can he pull it off? I don't think so. That's GG. And I'll see you in the next game.